If you click it, ew. Hey Bee-Buds, I'm back, and today I'm going to be checking out this Got2Glow Fairy Finder, which was sent to me for free so I can try it out and give you guys a review. And I actually did see this when I attended a summer Sweet Sweet at Home event and thought it was a really cute idea. So the intention is to care for some fairies that you collect, and apparently there are over 30 different unique fairies that you can catch in each jar, which includes some common ones, ultra rares, and legendaries. This is kind of like encouraging young ones to go outside and have fun, and also enjoy nature, and there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I'm really excited to give it a try with my own kids, but of course we're gonna need to open it first. So let's switch down to the table and do that. So before I open this up, I just wanted you guys to see the package because it is really cute. It's transparent and we can see the jar inside. On the back, there's lots of flowers, stars, and silhouettes of various fairies because of course there are more than 30 to collect, and apparently we could even trade with friends if you know somebody else who has one of these. There is a try me button in the front, but I am more interested in what's happening over here because there's a little QR code and I want to test it out, so let's do that. So it says view in your space. I guess we're supposed to be able to look around our room and virtually see some fairies. Ooh, guys, are you seeing this? I've got a bunch of upside down fairies on my table. Well, that's weird and creepy, but cool. Okay, so you can have fun with that. But of course, you're also meant to have fun with the Fairy Finder on its own. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it so we can give it a try. It looks like it just pops off at the top. Yep, there we go. So that's the lid. Right on top, we've got this green handle made up of flowers and leaves. Then we've got some instructions and our Fairy Finder, and I can't get it out, which makes me feel like there might be something down here we need to twist. Yes, I was right. So we'll just twist the gibbers and pop them out. There's one and two. Excellent. And there's our jar. So I've checked the instructions and here's what we're working with. On top of our jar, we have the handle, followed by this heart-shaped lid, which covers up the light sensor. And on either side, we have little microphones. On the back, we have a speaker. On the bottom, we've got the battery compartment as well as the on and off switch. And then on the front, we've got an LCD screen, which I'm going to try out in a minute, some select buttons, and the OK or confirmation button. So let's push a button and see what happens, because it is in try me mode.
Hey, hey.
Hopefully we heard that.
Hey, hey.
Oh, that time it's purple, so it changes color.
Hello, hello.
Oh, it's blue. That was a mermaid.
Hey, hey. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. And I'm really excited, so I'm going to turn it to on so we can see what it's like. Ooh, it's telling us to open the lid. Hold on, let's move out so we can all see. Okay, something is happening. It's doing. But what is it doing? Ooh. I think we caught something. Close the lid. Aw, we caught a fairy. Hello. She's a nature fairy, I guess? Oh, she's got the sneezes. Okay, so apparently she now lives with me, but if I open this flap again, it means the jar is available for other fairies to potentially move in, or we could just double tap this button down here. Don't yawn, that's rude. It said if you hold down this button, it says if you hold down this button, she will fly to that direction. Which she did. And try this one. And she did. And if we hold both of them down, we either get her signature reaction or hug her. So let's see. I guess that was the hug. And she gave us a smooch. If we hold down the bottom button, it should go into the food menu. If you click it, ew. And if we click it twice, it will go into fairy hunting mode, which I don't want right now. But what I'm trying to figure out is how to go through the menu. It says to hold it down to enter it. Oh, there we go. So if we go into collection, we can see all the fairies we've caught so far. This sparkling star one is for us to catch more fairies. This one here is to play a game, which I really want to try. This one here is to trade fairies with friends, which unfortunately I can't do right now. This is to adjust settings and brightness or audio. And finally, we have the help section. So I'm gonna try the game. I wonder what it will be like. I think we just avoid the clouds. I'm sure this doesn't show up very well on camera because capturing LCD screens has a lower success rate through another screen. It looks slow and choppy, I'm sure. But in real life, it's really not that bad. Oh goodness, okay. It's getting faster. Oh, this is really cute though. I wonder how many points I can get. Wonder if you can do anything with your points. Oh, this is really sweet. I'm gonna die. Okay, there we go. I wanted to see what happened if I crashed into a cloud, so I did. Yay. Let's see what's in my collection so far. I only have the one fairy, but I kind of want to try to catch a different one, so I'm gonna try one more. There we go. So double click on the bottom, puts it into fairy finding mode, and I will leave the top open. Ooh, I see something purple. Oh, it says we caught something. That happened quickly. What is it? What is it? What is it? Oh, she's so cute. She looks like candy. Hello. Oh, she reminds me of a candy cane fairy. Let's give her a hug. All right, so as far as I can tell, I've checked out everything that I can, or at least for today, since I don't know anyone else who has one of these. And unfortunately, that means I can't test out the trade feature. But luckily, that's not what the intended purpose is. This is meant to just have fun and get yourself moving. So we took a nice 45-minute walk along the path, through the trees, and beside the creek, catching fairies all over the place. And the feedback is that it's very easy to hold, like it's not awkward or anything. There's a nice light weight to it, and we had good volume. So although the jar was swinging down at everybody's hips, we could still easily hear whenever it was chiming to let us know that we had caught a fairy. In preparation for the walk, I did print off some free PDFs from the WowWee website. Just click on the Got2Glow link and you'll be able to find everything that I'm showing you here. But I forgot to bring them with me, so just don't do that part, but the rest is still good information. So if you click on that link, you'll be able to find this really cute little map, and it gives you all sorts of ideas of where you and your kids might want to look for some fairies. So they've got the school there, which I wouldn't really recommend taking an expensive toy to, but the others are okay. Like best friend's house, the park, your own house, the bathroom, the bedroom, the living room, all of that jazz. And if you happen to find a fairy in any of these locations, they've given you a little line so you can write their name down, which is pretty cute. But to be honest, you pretty much get a random fairy, which could be the same here in the studio as you might get from the park or maybe by the lake. So although this is really cute, I'd say it's definitely more geared towards a younger child's play experience, but still love that it's offered. And I also had 2 checklists, which I'm going to show you in a second. So the only unfortunate thing is that after our walk, we had pretty much filled up on fairies, which I'm going to show you now. So you can see it down there, 1 out of 30. But just checking out that collector guide over there, it seems like there's at least 42 that you can get. So now I've got to figure out how you free up space or add to your collection without deleting any. Like, how do you complete a collection if there's no room? So yeah, that's what I need to figure out now. I guess I'll just be checking them off and we will go from there. Oh, but before I do, I just want to say, if you do choose to print off the PDFs, make sure you have the right checklist because they are different. So my jar is pink, which means I need the pink collector sheet. But they've also got one for the blue lid and the glow-in-the-dark Walmart exclusive. And each one has a totally different set of fairies to collect. But anyways, here we go. If you pause for anything more than 5 seconds to check your list, it just resets and goes back to the main screen. That's super helpful. So I guess we've got the bumblebee there. Oh, she's so cute. She doesn't have antenna on screen, but she does in the picture. That's what threw me. P, cat, disco, green. Okay, well that's weird. I've got a diamond with a blue background, which would be these ones here, but she's not upside down or a mermaid, and the last blue background had a white one on the sheet. So I'm a little confused, especially since the only diamond I have is ruby and she's got a red background. I'm just gonna skip her for now, and we will continue on. Once again, this one has a pink background, but on here it's red. So I'm just gonna circle it. Maybe the diamond too. Very weird. Ooh, but luckily I know exactly who that is. Okay. Some mermaids. Luke. Dee Dee, a dream fairy. A rainbow fairy. A tooth fairy. Wait, we already had her. So does it keep duplicates? I don't know. So ×2 for her. There's nobody else with a party hat. So there's a pink upside down fairy. Then we've got a green upside down fairy and a blue one. And then another pink one. Oh, we've got River, our relaxation fairy. And this is what the legendary ones look like. So they're all black in the background, but only the fairy's color shows through. So that's Gabby. And then we have Dixie. Brinley, the bubble baby fairy. An upside down purple one. And upside down green. And we're back at Cherry Pie. Okay, so the list is not as helpful as I had thought, and there's probably a very good reason why they have an app. So let's just try that. Okay, so it says to scan QR codes, go into the album of your fairy finder and double press the middle button on any fairy. Point your device at the QR code for your fairy finder. Oh my goodness, she's so cute. That worked. Meet my fairy. Scan more fairies. Ooh, she's so cute. So I'm just gonna scan them all in. Achievement unlocked. I mean, I've caught my first fairy. That was not it. I guess you actually have to click on it to find out who it is, and then it will unlock it. Cute. So after adding all of the fairies to my app, which did take forever because like I said, if you stop for any more than 5 seconds on one of the fairies in the actual jar, it kind of just goes back to the home screen. But when it's all said and done, you've got them in the app. And once they've been added to the phone, you can check on them, see what they actually look like, what their hobbies are, who their best friend is. I love this way more than printing off the PDFs. Honestly, you go ahead if you want to, but this is way better. And my perfect example here is Rose the Ruby Fairy. She was that weird diamond one that had like a blue or green background or something, but I couldn't find a match on the checklist and I just had to hope that it was this one here. Honestly, not a big deal, but when everything else seemed to match the background based on both the image and the jar, it does get a little confusing. So yeah, I'm gonna say that if you get one of these jars, you should definitely download the app because it is way better. So there is one more thing I wanted to show you guys, which brings me back to these PDF printouts. Although they aren't the greatest, there is one in particular that can still be useful. As I pointed out, there are a few different ones you can download. We've got the pink jar, blue jar, and the glow-in-the-dark jar collector sheets. And like I said, they all have different fairies, which includes special ones. Totally unfair if you ask me, especially since the majority of them are in the glow-in-the-dark jar. Look how many exclusives are there. See what I mean? Totally unfair, especially if you don't want to buy 3 different jars. And that's where this comes in. Ah, a 4th collector sheet. And this one is for everybody, no matter what jar you get. And even though I had a bit of trouble trying to figure out who I had on the first sheet, I have to say this one seems a bit easier because there are less colorful backgrounds and the fairies all seem to have a different silhouette, so it shouldn't be quite as difficult. So now the only task left will be to actually find your fairies, and it won't be the same way you caught the others. In order to find these ones, you'll have to follow the Got2Glow Fairies page on Instagram, where they'll share small videos with the secret codes in them for you to unlock these fairies throughout the year. Once you see one of those videos, just screenshot the end so that you can save the code, and then you can enter it into your jar. We'll put it in fairy finding mode. That's what you do. Open the lid. Before anybody gets caught, hold down the bottom button. There we go, and it brings us to the secret icon screen. This is where we're gonna change things up to add our code. Let's try the Halloween fairy. Pizza, lollipop, pie, avocado, and then a candy. And we're done. Let's see, did it work? It's my first secret fairy, guys. Ooh, that doesn't look like the Halloween fairy. Who is this? She's got a moon-shaped skirt. What? Okay, well, there you go. The list is not helpful. I'm looking at this Secret Fairies collector sheet, and the moon-shaped skirt isn't even here. So that's interesting. I'll try another code. This time, we're gonna go with ice cream bowl, a cake, a cookie, lollipop, and then an avocado. Ooh, pretty. She's got a big tutu on. So I think that's Sierra the Nutcracker Fairy, which makes sense because it was a holiday themed video that was just shared. So I'm gonna say that one worked, but that Halloween one went wrong because it should have been Sylvia the Spooky Fairy, but it wasn't. Let's see if we can go into the collection and find those. Oh, now we've got 31. Maybe the storage just expands as you actually collect a new fairy, as long as it's not a duplicate. So let's find the new ones I just added. Hold on, let's make our lives easier. Meet my fairy. Dee Dee the Dream Fairy. No, that wasn't even the new one. What? I entered a Halloween code. Boo. Well, okay then. Regardless, that's one way to add the secret fairies. Follow them on Instagram, struggle through, and I guess hope that it works, which it didn't today. Or you could do it the easy way, which involves no paper whatsoever. Once again, just the app. So I noticed after trying this out that I was getting notifications at the top of my screen telling me that there were secret fairies. And I thought, wow, that's so much easier than going through the Instagram page and freezing the video every couple seconds hoping to catch the secret code. So let's try that out. Once you're on the main screen, you can click the little icon that says message next to the house in the bottom right corner. Here, you'll be able to find all the secret fairies that have been released so far. And then I guess we're just gonna add them. So let's start at the bottom. National Cotton Candy Day. Enter this code on your fairy finder to unlock Fiona the Fairy Floss. Ooh. Boom, they just give you the code. So let's see what the Happy Halloween one was. Does it match the thing I wrote down? Pizza, lollipop, pie, avocado, cookie. I wrote down the wrong thing. I did a candy. It should have been a cookie. Well, no wonder I got the wrong one. Let's try that again, and then I can end the video happy, because I don't want to give away all the secret codes for you guys. Fairy finding mode, let's go. Hold it down. And we'll enter pizza, lollipop, pie, avocado, and cookie. There we go. Enter. Show me the fairy. Here we go. Meow. I think it worked. Hello, hello. I don't like that you can't go directly to the QR code from here. That would make things easier. But since we can't, let's just go find our new fairies and scan them in so we can see what they look like. And here we go. Ah, new fairy alert. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, where's that Nutcracker fairy? So this is Sylvia. And here's our new Nutcracker fairy. Very cute. So it turns out the paper being not useful wasn't its fault. It was my fault for writing the code down wrong. The Instagram page, while not super easy to get the codes from because it involves actual work of pausing and screenshotting, does still give you the fairies. Or if you have the app, you can click on the little message in the bottom right corner, open any one you want, and get your secret codes that way. Okay guys, that's it for me and for my first look and thoughts of the Got2Glow Fairy Finder. Honestly, I think it's really cute, and you guys saw me try everything except for the trading feature, which unfortunately I cannot do on my own. Sadly, I just don't have a friend who has one of these in the vicinity, so that's something else you'll have to test out when you get a chance, if you get the chance. I do think it's really cute, so do my kids, but I definitely recommend making sure you download the app if you decide to get one. Honestly, it just makes everything so much easier. As you can see, I'm showing you all the different fairies that I've added to the app so far. You can see all their colorful outfits, the themes that they have, their complexions, who are their best friends, do they love candy, do they like crafting, stuff like that. It's just, you know, it's so much more fun than staring at the silhouettes on the jar. Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course. Like I said, you can play games, catch them, and a whole bunch of other stuff. My kids really enjoyed it, and I think that yours will too, especially if you want to add a bit of fun to your outdoor excursions. The only thing that could make this better, in my opinion, is if they offered other varieties of jars. That way it's centered more on mythical creatures in general, not just fairies, like trolls, leprechauns, elves. I mean, how cool would that have been for the holidays? It would have been awesome. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. Hopefully you found today's video interesting. If you did and haven't yet, then please remember to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and all that jazz. That way you don't miss out on any future fun toy reviews. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!